Hi, John Young, Players TV. We're here at WPT London, of course, and we're joined by a very familiar face to World Poker Tour, is Kara Scott. Kara, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I just got in, so I'm a little jet lagged and excited to be here.
That's fantastic. It's what you just literally flew in.
I did. I think I flew in like 2 hours ago, dropped all my luggage off, and yeah, that's it. And straight down to the tournament floor. That's how dedicated I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are dedicated to the cause. That's great to see. So World Poker Tour, first event in London. You spent a lot of time here, even though you're Canadian. What's it mean, do you think, for the tour to finally have a stop in England?
I think it's a really prestigious stop. I think obviously this month in London is a huge month for poker, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. We've got so many different events that are here. Lots of different sponsors are bringing things, and I think having the WPT here, it just makes sense. It's one of the most prestigious tournaments and tours in the world, so it has to be here too.
Yeah. So you're obviously in LA at the moment. What kind of stops on WPT will you be doing over the coming months?
Well, hopefully I'm going to play some of them, so that should be a lot of fun. I did a couple of them in Las Vegas for the series before this one, so that was great fun. And obviously, Kimberly Lansing's going to be there doing all of that, and she's great. And I'm looking forward to being interviewed by her when I, win or make a final table.
You're much better.
I don't know. I've seen her work. She's pretty good.
So you'll be playing obviously over here. Are you going to stay for the World Series, or are you going to head back?
I'd really like to stay for the World Series, but I think for me, playing it's not a great idea because it's a really tough field and it's a big buy-in, and there's definitely softer tournaments for someone with my skill level. I like to play and I like playing big events, but I gotta know where the money is, and it's not there for me. So I don't think I'm gonna stay. I think I'm gonna go home and get a little bit of rest.
Oh, come on, you've cashed in the World Series main event. What are you talking about, skill level?
Twice.
Twice.
I mean, I'm just saying, no. Yeah, because, doing well in a couple of tournaments, as we know, is definitely indicative of a high skill in poker.
Particularly the World Series main event, obviously.
Exactly, yeah.
How's your game coming along? Obviously, you've cashed in the main event, but you're obviously learning, you must be learning quite a little bit living in the States.
Yeah, I try to play as much as I can, and that's fantastic because I think obviously that's how you learn and that's how you get better. And I spent a lot of time working on my heads-up game, and I was working with a coach over there too, and that was a really cool experience for me. So it's not something that I'd done really before. I mean, I'd had people helping me with my game, but not a very specific online coaching sessions, so that was great, and I learned a lot. And I'm going to try and do that more, I think, for MTTs.
Okay. So are you playing online a lot more than live at the moment, as you say?
Well, when I'm here and when I'm in Canada, I can't really play. Obviously, I'm party poker in the States, so it means I have to go home to Canada or come home to England a little bit more and spend less time in America. So I'm kind of balancing it right now.
Okay, WPT back in London, down to about 29 players now. Who are you hoping to see on that final table of 6? Obviously, you'll be interviewing all of them. Maybe Huck Seed, perhaps?
I think Huck is a great interview because he's just so cool and tall. And also, I see Praz Banzi in there. I've just come in and I was kind of taking a little scout around, and he's a friend of mine, a great player, and someone I would love to see do really well here. So I've got my fingers crossed for him too.
Praz Banzi is one of those guys who you don't really see much on the circuit, but when he turns up, everyone from Negreanu to, Ivy to Dor Brunson's going, oh wow, Praz Banzi, he's fantastic, and then he just disappears for the whole year. But it'd be great. I mean, WSOP final table last year. It'd be great to see him at the final table this year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's had a pretty good year as well. And you're right. He kind of comes in, wins a bracelet, and then, kicks back for the rest of the summer. I wish I could do that. I don't know how he does it. But he's also just a really nice guy. And I think that's what everyone really appreciates about him. He's very down to earth. He's funny. He's a lot funnier than people think. He's got this really dry, very deadpan delivery. So, that and a good poker player. Yeah, I would like to see him on the final table. That's a good interview right there.
Excellent. Party Poker World Open, of course, next week, which hopefully you've got over your jet lag by the time that kicks off. Which players do you know have turned up for that, and any you'd particularly like to see on the World Open?
Well, I think probably Phil Locke and Jennifer Tilly are obviously going to be there because they were there last year, and Phil is coming in as the reigning champion for the World Open, so I have no doubt we'll see him. And you never know. I think probably a lot of the party poker guys, a lot of my teammates are going to be there too, so I'll be able to undercover cheer them on while I'm interviewing everyone and being very, very neutral, obviously. And yeah, we always get really good names, so I'm curious to see who shows up. I haven't seen the final list yet, so I'll be looking out for that as much as you guys.
Excellent. Well, Cara, thanks for talking to us. Go and get some sleep and enjoy the rest of the tournament. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.